Hello. I've watched quite a few minutes of this video, and I'm not a really huge big fan of transformative content, but I'm just gonna have to react to this video and give you some of my facts and opinions behind this video because I'm at a point where I just can't with some people. I just can't. All right, I'm gonna just go ahead and change the scenes. There we go.
Собственно, вот
Okay. And no, I don't give a fuck about the comment sections. Comment sections piss me off, and I don't want to get into it no more.
собственно, вот близки ли тебе какие-то вот либеральные идеи?
Ничего не близко, я об этом сейчас вообще не думаю. Единственное...
Alright, let's just refresh for a moment. We're gonna have to focus on reading this shit. Because, I just came from work, bro. I ain't gonna hold you.
Собственно, вот близки ли тебе какие-то вот либеральные идеи?
Ничего не близко, я об этом сейчас вообще не думаю. Единственное слово, которое существует у меня в голове за последние 2 года, и не только 2 года, за последние лет, наверное, 10, это пиздец.
Okay,
Ну вот Путин красавчик.
Мне он не нравится. У меня...
Okay, so let's dissect this for a minute. She says, nothing is close to me. I'm not thinking about it at all. The only phrase that exists in my head for the past 2 years, and not just 2 years, but 10 years, is what?
10, это
It's fucked up. Sophia, you're 19. It's 2023. This video has been around for 3 weeks now. And these are young liberal Russians. And half of the shits from these liberals don't seem to really actually appreciate Putin for what he did for the country. Since she wasn't born she wasn't really born in 2000 or in 1990s or 1999 when the Soviet Union collapsed, right? But Putin had to rebuild it because it was really that bad. You don't appreciate Putin after all the shit that he has to go through, especially going through the KGB. Seriously? Okay. You don't appreciate Putin.
пиздец.
If you don't like him, get the fuck out of Russia and come here in America. I dare you. I dare you to set soil. I dare you to set your feet on this soil. I dare you to set feet on this soil. You will not like it here either. How confused can you be? I don't like it here in America too. I'd rather live in Russia than here. Because one, America has zero value. Everybody in this country is brainwashed. It's divide and conquer here. It is nothing but divide and conquer. Everybody has their little ethnic group. I don't give a fuck about everybody no more. I stopped giving a fuck. If you want to be on my roll, if you want to be in my world, then so be it.
Ну вот Путин красавчик.
Мне он не нравится.
У меня ровное отношение к Путину. Вот, ну, как бы нет какой-то ярко выраженной негативной или позитивной позиции.
Ну, что нравится, например, по-любому есть какие-то плюсы, которые вот выделяются в нем, и вы их заметили.
Ну, конечно, там с тех пор, когда мы там еще были мелкими, очень много чего поменялось, и стало реально лучше и комфортнее жить.
То есть ощущается, как будто поднял страну.
Ну, наверное.
You can't say probably yes if you know he actually raised the country. He actually raised the whole country at this time. You're 32 years old, Alexandra. You're 32 years old. You've seen it all. Putin raised the whole country. It's not probably yes. It is a yes. It is literally a yes. You can't say probably. Just admit that Putin is better because he knows how to run the country better than any candidate. I don't care because there's probably some shit that he's not going to tell you anyways because one, there's quite a few candidates are probably pretty evil that are trying to run deep states and other shit. Now you see why his laws are being passed easily like that, while our United States laws cannot be passed easily. We have a black suit problem. That's the deep state. Talking about, well, probably yes. It's a yes.
Да.
На самом деле...
Stop being indirect. That's the problem with most women. They're more prone to being indirect when it comes, like, I can't, like, how can a woman be indirect in politics? I don't understand that. Like, the only way for a woman to be indirect is when she's talking to a dude. Like, come on, bro.
Не будем высказываться про нынешнюю ситуацию в России, а так, в целом, большинство его решений...
You say let's not discuss the situation in Russia. However, overall, most of his decisions are quite smart.
Вполне умные. Даже не вполне, а умные.
Even not quite smart, just smart. You're not making any sense. You see the indirection from here? You see? She's 16 years old. She doesn't know much about politics right now. She's too young. I don't know how their school system works over in Russia, but oh man. As much as how strict Russia are, I don't seem to understand that you got these libtards just want to say, like, let's not discuss this, but you've pretty much discussing it. You're saying that he's smart but not quite smart. Well, you're double edging it. Stop double edging it. You're speaking indirect. When you're talking in politics, same with business, there's no room for indirection. You liberals, you need to understand that Russia does not give a fuck about you if you act like this. They don't care about political, because originally Russia has no time for political spectrums. They don't have time for stupid wokeness. Why are laws are being passed? It's because they don't got time for that stuff. That is a Christian country. A truly Christian country. Very traditional. Just say that he's smart. He's taking care of you guys. And Putin cares about Russia more than you guys. But you guys seek the end of the world. You guys are so fucking defeatist, man. It's crazy.
Получается так, больше нравится, чем не нравится?
Ну, это сложный вопрос на самом деле.
Complicated question, bro. It is not that complicated. At our age, deciding if we like the president or not makes no sense. At the age of 16, for me, I have consciousness to whether if I can like the president or not. But during my time at the age of 2016, right? I gotta admit, I was kind of brainwashed for hating Trump. But you still have the choice and the consciousness to where if you want to hate him or not. So that right there is voided.
В нашем возрасте определять, нравится нам или не нравится президент, нет смысла. А так, это довольно сложный вопрос, но я думаю, да.
Now you like him. Just say you like him. You don't have to make it that complicated for making so many damn long sentences for wasting our time. You're 16 years old. That should at least know a little bit about politics. In high school. And you should know your Russian history. At least. I don't understand this shit, man.
Вполне. У меня есть дедушка.
I don't know how the fuck we have liberalism in this country now. In that country now. I feel like American social media outlets are just straight up a virus towards other countries. I feel like it has to deal with us, bro.
Который смотрит телевизор. Когда мы с ним разговариваем, он говорит только о том, как он любит Путина.
Yeah, because your grandfather is right. You're 19. Your grandfather sees more shit than you did.
Я тоже должна его любить. Мне это не
Ну
нравится.
вот, почему не любите. Столько с дедушкой о Путине разговариваете.
See, he's not lying. See, that's exactly why you don't like him. You talk so much about Putin with your granddad. Because, you know, of course, granddads are going to drill about Putin in your head. That's your granddad. My dad will say the same shit. I think you just being too much of a pussy to tell him straight up, listen, granddad, I don't want to talk about Putin no more. That's why you got this fucking urge, this so-called hatred for no fucking reason towards Putin. If you don't have any studies about Putin, then you're hating on Putin for no reason. You just simply scarred the fact of that you get tortured by your granddad every day talking about Putin on the news. Just tell him straight up and say, hey, granddad, I need some space.
У меня немножечко больший круг интересов, нежели Россия один.
See, look, you're being impatient. Body language. Jittery. Everything. You lack patience. You need to calm your ass down. When you talk to certain topics, you need to learn how to embrace conflict. And that's normal for women. The majority of women here in America, they don't know how to embrace conflict. Compared to Russia, I don't fucking know.
Ну, громко говорить не буду, конечно, но человечек не оправдал надежду.
What? Hey, yo. This dude has the audacity, bro. Hold on. What? Hold on, bro. Hold on. Ain't no fucking way, bro. His name is Nikita. He's 16. I won't speak loudly, but the guy didn't live up to the expectations. Bro, let me tell you something, bro. Oh my god, bro. Imagine saying that straight to Putin's face. You seriously think you're that bold? I mean, you got freedom of speech, but like, dude, you're six. Just think about this for a minute, bro. You're 16. This video came out 4 weeks ago, and he says, "I won't speak loudly," but the guy didn't live up to the expectations. See, you're biting the hand who feeds you, bro. Look where were you at, bro. Do you live in a poor area? I don't think so. Do you live in a nice area? Maybe. Do you go to school? Yes. Are you eating? Yes. Do you have life of abundance? Yes. Then why the fuck would you bite the fucking hand, man? You're 16 years old, bro. I won't speak loudly, but the guy didn't live up to expectations. Bro, the first thing you said. Wow. I'm disappointed in this generation.
Вот так вот скажем. То есть очень много...
He talks a lot, but doesn't do much. That is a fat... We gotta talk about this, bros. I'm gonna hate to admit this, but this sums up pretty much of what liberals are. Liberals. If you don't get your shit together, like mirror, mirror on the wall. You liberals suck. And America sucks because we have a political spectrum problem. Especially, I don't know how the fuck we got liberals in Russia, okay? But even though Russia doesn't give a fuck about political spectrums, but now here we are. We got liberals over in Russia. But that, for some odd reason, since there's liberals in Russia, it reflects to our country, right? This tells me that every liberal doesn't do their research. They seriously don't. You can do the research all you want, but it always fit to your narrative. That's not how research works. Research is about you digging into something that connects and fits the pieces correctly instead of not having to fit your narrative. That's the problem. See, that's why you lack realism. You lack real opinions. You lack facts and evidence on the table. Now you can tell me, say, well, where's your evidence on the table? Bitch, I don't need to. You figure that shit yourself. And that's the main problem with liberals. I'm not gonna give you anything until you figure shit out yourself without having to deal with your own fucking ideology just to make you feel better and thinking that you're right. That's not how shit works. And to be honest, the internet is actually really not a good, reliable resource to begin with. So you're fucked on the internet game, on research. And I don't recommend it because, one, the internet has a melting pot full of information. I'm talking about information that is pretty much false, maybe true, maybe half-assed. You have a melting pot of things on the internet that you could probably find and potentially find. That's why, like, The internet's never a good, reliable resource for research. And to tell you the truth, we should go back to traditional standards to where how we're supposed to research things. We're supposed to research things via newspaper or books or encyclopedia, because we're not supposed to be using the internet. Internet is something that is meant to be used for media watch. The internet is actually a toy, but now it became such of a tool, is now meant to be for, you know, upper echelons of advertising and some other shit, man. It's just like, man, technology is just has literally exceeded drastically over what, the past 2 centuries or 2 or 3 centuries. It's crazy.
Говорит, но мало делает, так вот скажем.
Ну, раньше нравился или всегда был
Да,
такой
раньше было
скептический?
спокойно. Ну, он красиво с колен поднял, чё.
Oh, so you do realize he raised Russia from his knees.
Нет, он сделал свое дело, да, но это очень-очень...
Sure, he's made a great impact, but it all ended rather quickly. It looks like you haven't been to his rallies.
Быстро как-то пришло. То есть он обещал, делал, как бы все нормально было, вот в итоге просто произошло так, что вот теперь...
But then we ended up countering a military operation and other
Ну,
things.
как бы со всякими военными операциями и так далее. Вот.
Последние 1,5 года только
Да, да.
ухудшилось
Да,
отношение.
потому что до этого все было абсолютно стабильно. То есть жили люди нормально, как бы. Сейчас что, вот какой-то коронавирус откуда-то появился, это окей, это пропустим.
Yeah, because you're fucking stuck in the damn house all day. Being on the internet. That's what COVID did to everybody, except for the U.S. You know what's funny about Corona? I'll tell you a little secret, okay? You know, a lot of people say, you know, when you live in America, right, and we got COVID, bro, everybody was walking freely, bro, and wearing masks, and they call that quarantine. You seriously call that quarantine, bro? How's that quarantine? Look at China. Look at fucking China, bro. Every morning, every night, not a single soul on the street. That's not even just quarantine. That's curfew all the way. You call that quarantine? Nigga, that's curfew. That's funny. That is absolutely funny. That's what coronavirus, this so-called COVID-19, did to us. Everybody being on them phones. Everybody is now attention whores. The new wave, the new currency reset is now attention. And you guys act like this? Let's get the fuck out of here.
Допустим, окей. Но
Да,
вот
вот
спецоперация, она не нужна, абсолютно, я считаю, абсолютно не нужна.
Special operation. What do you mean is unnecessary?
Можно было решить все гораздо мирным способом.
Solve peacefully? Bro, do you know? Bro, everything cannot be solved peacefully. There are certain situations, right, that you don't understand when it comes to war and politics, bro. Even if you try to get into a peace treaty, bro, and things still goes by, bro, you might as well go in all brute force, because I'm telling you, war's gonna be involved. That's life, bro. You can't solve things peacefully out here, especially with the Ukraine war. They had to invade Ukraine twice. This whole Ukraine war from last year, that wasn't the first time. That was the second time. Why? Because people didn't even seem to understand that Ukraine were the bad guys. Ukraine is not even a whole country itself anymore. And to top it off, that's literally a communistic refugee camp. To sum it up, there was a lots of bits and pieces of communism.
Путину отношения, ну, за обычные отношения он как бы существует и существует, но опять же, громко не хочу говорить, то, что у нас как бы сейчас
But we
происходит
currently have the SMO.
это СВО и...
What the fuck is the SMO?
все темы
And
связаны
I'm
с
not
ним,
really
меня как бы это не
satisfied
особо
with everything
устраивает.
related to it.
Вот. Ну, все.
То есть получается такое нейтральное отношение, но с последних...
С последними событиями,
да, не
оно
очень.
немного отрицательное.
Путин не красавчик. Не нравятся его методы ведения внешней политики, внутренней также.
It's the fucking hippies, bro. Oh god, bro. You know, they say they hate war when war could be necessary for certain reasons.
Хотелось бы больше упора вот
I think you need to start hanging out with Muslims a little more
на какую-то внутреннюю политику, внутреннюю экономику, чтобы развивали.
to understand life. You need to like, and really, you need to find better friends. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. You look like a fucking dope addict.
Скорее не упор, а смена.
I hate to make fun of people, but dude, come on, man. He made more policies for a fucking reason, because we don't want the country to fall ever again.
Парадигмы введения этой.
And then when he finds that, and this is what Putin does, okay? When he notices something that's going to cause diversity, it makes Russia stronger, because he'll know how to tap in and fix it.
Не политики.
Во-первых, я считаю, что он засиделся лет так 16 лишнее. Вот. Ну, то есть, как бы несменяемость власти в любом случае это ужасно. Ну и как бы вот. Ну, то есть, как.
Let me tell you a little something. Just because he had added 16 more years doesn't mean that he's not finished. You see, if you're a president or the leading chief commander of a country, and there's set rules, you still can't abide by them. Okay? Plus, you have to understand that you're also an admin. You basically own the country. You are basically owning the country. That's how this shit works. You can still add rules, make a few changes to make sure the country is fit. That seems fit for survival. That's what the president's duties are. And they add extra terms. You know, it could be abuse of power. But you got to understand, the reason why he extended it is because that there was some shit that was going on within Russia that you don't know of. And Putin's not going to exactly tell you. And Americans need to understand this too about Russia. Russia is no longer communistic. Russia is no longer socialist. We don't know what the fuck kind of economy it has. But I like it. Well, what about the gun laws? Huh? You still have rights to bear arms. But you got to keep your shit at home. But no pistols allowed. No handguns. Why? Because it's portable. It's lethal. It's not visible. Why this is passed? Because we're not that stupid. Russia is not that stupid. Russia is a community of people to where you have to live and abide by the law and learn how to communicate with people. Of course, there's no peace in everything. But you got to understand, right? You got to be fair. That's what Putin ever wanted, really, just to be fair. But right now, Putin is literally running caveman style right now because, one, it's a survival of the fittest against evil people that he's dealing with right now.
Как бы несменяемость власти в любом случае это ужасно. Ну и
Oh, shit.
как бы вот принципе, все же из нее идет. Вся его никудышная и внутренняя, и внешняя политика, она оттуда, из-за несменяемости власти, я считаю. Вот. То есть из-за отсутствия конкуренции и выборов и всего такого все это привело нашу страну к тому, чему привело. Ну, к всему плохому, что сейчас творится в стране.
This dude is so fucking brainwashed, bro.
И на границах.
Я отношусь отрицательно. На самом деле в наше время довольно, не знаю, наверное, страшно говорить о том, почему нам не нравится наш правитель. Вот. Но мне не нравится из-за того, что он полностью взял...
Because he has no fucking choice, dude. He runs the country. He owns the country, bro.
И
What do you think?
аккумулировал на себе всю полноту власти. То есть он человек, который просто взял и уничтожил.
You see, that's the problem, bro. Like, think about this for a minute, okay? They think they want... See, this is the problem with most people, okay? They think Putin has too much power. A president is the ruler of all people in one country. He's gonna have all the power, bro. But in my country, no. And I'm gonna tell you why. Putin said something about our presidents, right? He said every time he meets new presidents from our country, it's always somebody with the black coats. Now, keep in mind, those people with the black coats, right? The men in black, right? Is actually the deep state, right? So, what is the deep state? People will think this is a conspiracy, but it's not. It's actually the elites. If you start breaking down everything from a domino effect in your country, I'm talking about social media, oil, politics, everything, anything that's in the professional fields, right? There is a unknown entity that's controlling all of that with the power of money, which is the elites, apparently. The so-called elites, because those are the top echelons to know how to rig the game. Now, imagine if you go into politics, right? You try to pass a bill. All of a sudden, person would say, first of all, this is how we run shit here. If you see a motherfucker in black, right? Are you trying to keep on passing the bills? And is that being amended? Something's up. A president is supposed to have full power. And you also have to go through these branches as well to make sure all the stuff gets fortified, cleaned up, double processed and checked and everything. It's crazy how our system is compared to Russia, right? And that's where we're having loopholes within our country. Because this country is so flawed that there's too many goddamn loopholes. There's no authoritarianism within our country. Anybody could rig this country. It's so corrupted that anybody can fucking rig it. It's crazy. Everybody has potential in this country to where you can rig it to yourself. That's the crazy part about America. You can pretty much get away with any fucking thing. Including if you're being a woman too. It's like the fucked up thing, man.
Уничтожил последние остатки демократии, он уничтожил оппозицию, кроме той, которая существует у нас сейчас, которая в Госдуме представляет разные...
That represents different opposition parties in the state, Duma, which are the so-called opposition.
Оппозиционные партии, которые типа оппозиционные, но на деле продолжают отнимать голоса избирателей, говоря о том, что они на самом деле их волеизъявители.
Мне нравится его политика до 2007 года. А после 2007 года, после Мюнхенского спича его, Немного политика его пошла в большую такую закрытость по отношению к
Yeah, because they don't want to be a part of Europe because Europe is a part of NATO now. There's a beef between going on with NATO and Russia at the moment. Because recently, about like 4 or 5 weeks ago, we had NATO. NATO literally struck the missile to Russia. Russia has no problem with NATO. Okay, Russia's doing their own thing. But you know what's funny though? It might have to do with the Ukraine war. It might. But Ukraine claims to be part of NATO, but it's not.
Европы, потому что раньше это для нас были дружественные страны. После
What do you mean friendly countries?
закрытость по отношению к Европе, потому что раньше это для нас
They used to be friendly countries to us, but after the Munich speech, they became our Western partners. I'm gonna tell you the truth, dog. Europe has never been Russia's friend. Never has, never was. Never. You seriously think that Europe is friends with Russia? You sure about that, fam?
у нас были дружественные страны. После мюнхенского спича они стали для нас партнерами западными. И в целом все было нормально, скажем так. Но с каждым новым сроком появились какие-то у него загоны касательно того, что он хотел укрепиться, так сказать, на троне своем. Бля, все. Сейчас мне будет... Да.
You deserve to be sidetracked because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about no more.
Давайте заново.
Он взял и полностью растоптал всех тех людей, которые хоть как-то могли в интернете, в СМИ, в свободных высказать позицию иную, отличающуюся. Он уничтожил тех деятелей, которые, казалось бы, вообще в принципе.
You know why? It's because that these people are evil. There are certain parties and people that will use your interests and to utilize it as a weapon against you. Thinking it could be a win-win situation when in reality is actually destroying the country. That's the deep state effect.
Никак не воздействовали прямо на политику, то есть были просто площадками информационными, допустим, там Борис Кагарлицкий, там, или там, Максим Кац, много других разных людей, которые, вот Михаил Светов, которые, да, представляли площадку, на которой можно было высказаться, он это просто взял и растоптал, то есть любая возможность для высказываний в нашей стране.
I think the problem is that you're not seeing the whole point of what expressing an opinion is. Yes, you can express an opinion, but you have to understand that you need to have common sense. You can't have something that's stupid. That's the problem in this world now. Like, now you got to think about this for a moment. You can have freedom of speech, you can have freedom of opinion, but you cannot have lack of common sense. That's the problem. If you're in a religious country like Russia, Iraq, Iran, or any Saudi Arabian countries or the United Arab Emirates or anything like that, do you seriously think that you don't? Do you seriously think that they don't? That you don't? Oh wait, how should I put this? Do you seriously think that they are going to take away your freedom of speech? They don't. You have freedom of speech. The problem is you lacking common sense. And look where you're at right now. Some people just can't face reality. It's ridiculous. I've never seen anything like this in my entire life. It's like I've grown up to see bullshit like this. Right now, this video is like 41 minutes long, and I'm supposed to be watching an 8-minute video. Me splurging out all this bullshit and debunking like half of the shit what they're trying to say. It's just retarded, man. That's why I like when you see shit on the internet, man. You see nothing but bullshit and fuckery on here. I just can't with like most of the people on the internet.
Она теперь, ну, по таким большим вопросам. Ты можешь это делать, но ты рискуешь стать инагентом. А это уже... А дальше следующая ступенька за инагентом чаще всего следует, ну, заключение под стражу.
Ну, я не могу сказать, что его политика мне нравится. В целом, его... Я не могу его описать как человека, который заботится о будущем страны.
I can't describe him as a person who cares about the future of the country. Oh my fucking god, bro. Astaghfirullah. Oh my god, you're 23. You're literally my age. Holy shit. You're an artist, you're a liberal, and you're 23. Your name is Varvara. Or Varvara. You should know that Putin actually cares about his country, bro.
О чьем будущем он
I'm not
заботится,
sure
я уже не
whose
знаю.
future he cares about. I doubt it will be the future of our country. Oh, bro. Bro. What the fuck? Bro, now you see this? You see what the internet does to these people, bro? You see what the internet does to these people, bro? This is insane. This is absurd, bro.
Но будущее страны и народа конкретно вряд ли. Потому что все, что он делает, ведет страну куда-то не туда.
Prof, you forget the fact that he raised the country. You forget that, right? What the fuck? Prof. You see, guys, what I mean? You just can't with most of the fucking libtards. Luckily, these are like the nonchalant libtards, because if it was here in America, if you're speaking to liberals, man, oh my god, dude, they're like one of the most annoyingest people ever. And then, you know what's even more annoying? The right wing, the extremists, bro. Extremists everywhere. I feel like, man, if my country doesn't get rid of this political spectrum bullshit, we will all be on the same page. I'm not whoever the fuck I am. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a liberal. I am not a Republican. I am neither of that shit. I'm the type of person that rather vote a person that is actually worthy to actually lead a fucking country. I don't give a shit what has to do with the past, bro. If we need to fix something now, we need to fix something now. That's what I'm here for. I'm here for the present moment. That's the problem with most of these people. They talk about past. Bro, I don't give a fuck. What's going on right now? The only thing that I've known and that I've witnessed so far with Putin, dude, he's doing a very great job to keeping these enemies at bay. If you was a caveman right now, imagine this in a scenario. Okay? Let's just push politics to the side. If you was a caveman, would you die or would you live? You would live, right? Because you're going to be fighting your ass off. You and me hunting, eating food, rise to the top, build a clan, build an army. Same with the Romans. Do you seriously want to have weakness? Fuck no. Men think about this 24/7 in the back of their thick skulls. Do you seriously think that these men are not that stupid? We're not that stupid. That's every man on this fucking planet. Because they want power. Power is what drives man. That is part of human nature. And you still don't get to see that shit. All you talk about, it's like, we want peace. We don't want any more war. That's against human nature, bro. You need to start hanging out with people that are actually more intellectual. You need to start actually studying your shit correctly without having to worry about using the internet, and start using textbooks and start reading books. Read intellectual, actual books. Study Putin's ways, the way how he fixes this world, not his world, his country, and how war works and how everything works. That's the problem with people. They just don't like war. Bro, just admit that war is going to happen. It's going to happen. That's part of human nature, bro. God sees it all. God is sitting on his throne right now just watching over us. He's not going to do anything. He's just going to keep on watching and testing us. God knows about war too well. Has the world ended? No. So what makes you to have the right to say like, Putin's not doing too good for a country? Or going into a wrong direction? Really? If you want to talk shit about your own country, you should start talking shit about my country. Start talking shit about my country. Start living here. You can see how bad it is here. As much as we have capitalism here, you should see how valueless, how much of a fucking void it is here. You call that fucking... Bro, you guys are lucky. You guys are literally biting the man's hand that he's trying to feed you, bro.
Где было бы хорошо.
Я не очень люблю управление и считаю, что все, что он устроил...
You're 19. Shut the fuck up.
Так не очень правильно.
I'm sorry.
По отношению к своему народу.
I don't like his ruling.
Нейтрально отношусь. Не могу сказать, что он стратегический политик, он поддерживает целостность России, но я больше склоняюсь больше идеям Владимира Жириновского.
Vladimir Zhirinovsky. In the LDPR party. Okay.
ЛДПР.
Ну, всегда такое вот мнение о нем было, или вот с недавних событий только?
Ну, скорее, до этого мне было все равно, а сейчас с данными событиями очень негативно отношусь к нему, потому что я за добро, позитив и мир.
See, one of those type of people, bro. Standness, kindness, positivity, and peace to the world. Those kind of people. Of course, we all want that. But you have to understand, without some type of war, there will be no kindness, there will be no positivity, there will be no peace. If it's only that, there is no polarity in this world. This world all has polarity. You can't just say like, we want only peace. That's boring. If you want only love without seduction, that's boring. You know, seduction is real. I'm sorry to sidetrack, but I'm just giving it an example. If we don't have polarization, bro, life will be boring. Life will be just given to us right off the back. Okay? God is the greatest seducer. Let's just put it this way. We don't know what's in heaven. We don't know what the hell is in hell. He will not give you things straightforward. It is indirect. Why? Because he knows everything. Us humans, we don't even have to be indirect all the time because we're not God. That's why you should just worry about yourself and focus on yourself. If you don't like politics, right? See, this is what liberals are. They act like they don't like politics, but they speak on it. If you don't like politics, here you go. This one cracks down and breaks down the whole liberal ideology. If you seriously don't like politics, then you should fuck off. And worry about your damn self. Why give a time of day to worry about politics? Why? Because what's really more important is yourself and your mental health. That is it. You need help. You seriously need help. Why you give a time of day? You should be focused on your passion. That's the problem. You should be more focused on your passion instead of just politics every fucking time. If you're that much of a fucking libtard.
Мир во всем мире.
Я считаю, что в государстве не должно
Same bitch.
поощряться.
I don't like her. I seriously don't. I believe that no country should encourage such things as racism. What? What racism? Xenophobia? What the fuck is xenophobia, bro?
Такие вещи, как
What the fuck is xenophobia? Against people from other countries. You seriously are using the wrong term, sweetheart. Homophobia? See, she's... Oh, bro. Oh, my God, bro. Bro. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. God. Dude, I don't want to watch this video no more. I don't want to watch this video no more. It's like, bro, you come up with these words, xenophobia, homophobic. I'm gonna just keep it real. Yeah, I'm a homophobe. What you gonna do about it, cuh? Fuck me in my butt? You see, you know, I ain't gonna hold you, bro. We just don't give a fuck about homos, bro. Especially in a country that you're in command of, right? We don't want the virus to spread. That's the main goal. It's something that is absurd that we don't want our children to be involved. Putin worries much more for the next generation than just the present generation. He worries about that the most. He seriously does. If he's going to ban gay marriage, and you so-called think that he's xenophobic, you're wrong for xenophobic, because he's not xenophobic. What he's trying to say was that he was criticizing other countries due to lack of structure. That's why he's more focused on his own country. And look where we at. United States, below Russia right now. Russia surpassed the United States already. And I'm happy for Putin. I actually congratulates him for that because one, since he has surpassed us, look where we at. Putin was right. My country has failed. You want to talk about your country going to shits? You should look at my country. So don't act stupid. You're brainwashed, buddy. You're literally the minority liberals. The rest of the majority of Russians loves Putin. Why? Because they fixed the country. My country is brainwashed more than yours. Why? It's because that Putin doesn't like divide and conquer in his country, while mine's loves divide and conquer within my country so they can get more profit off of humans to make us run into rat machines. That's the reality. You see, there's a book. Well, I'm not going to pull out. I need you to start, for every liberal Russians, okay, that doesn't seem to understand their own country, I want you guys to try living here, and I want you guys to try to understand United States. We have so many opportunities here, but I need you to understand something. Humans here are actually that much of a suckers compared to Russians. Why? Because we have a problem with attention span. You have a lot more people in jail cells. We are number one in the world to have listed people in incarceration. We are number one on highest anxieties and mental disorders and mental illnesses. In this generation, it's an unnatural spike we have. Why? It's because of technology. And who started it? Mark Zuckerberg. You need to start looking at the root of all evils. I cannot stand. And there is evil rich people too. But they have their own ways. Now you see why my country is falling apart? Slowly and slowly and slowly. If you want to talk about Russia, your own country, move here. I dare you to move here. Spend about quite a few dollars, or maybe a $1,000 one-way ticket, or $2,000 one-way ticket, or maybe a two-way ticket. Now come here. You will not like it here. The amount of fuckery that goes down in this country. You're gonna be like, damn, these people are dumb. You're gonna be like, damn, these motherfuckers are dumb. And they don't dress modestly. There's too many of them. You may have some kind of freedom here, but you can also rig the game too. But let me tell you a little something about the elites. They'll pin you down, bro. And you think you seriously gonna get a date by the high echelons of the NBA stars? Fuck no. I don't give a fuck about you. They seriously don't. That's America, bro. America's a fucked up country with no value. So, get your shit together.